Well, Theresa May is, of course, in a difficult relationship at home. She is being attacked even by her own conservative MPs. There is talk about a leadership challenge, so she needs to go abroad and have a success. And that is what leaders do. If they are in domestic difficulties, going abroad, having a successful trip can be quite impressive. And what she needs are trade deals. So if she comes home with some good amount of trade deals being concluded, then that's already half a success. And she would like to cement the Chinese-UK relationship for the foreseeable future, because she has been talking about new exciting trade deals after Brexit that she will conclude with half the world, such as India, such as the United States, and of course also with China.
One of the features of this trip, she's unveiling a new education deal with China, which should create hundreds of jobs in the UK. Talk to me about the importance of that.
That is a good initiative that has been in the pipeline for some time. It actually is the extension of a contract which was signed a few years ago. But hundreds of jobs and an education deal is not really what is decisive for this trip. It is, trade deals between BP and China companies, and between Jaguar and Rover. That would be important. And also what May really wants is an overall free trade arrangement with China. But the Chinese want to get something in return. They also want her endorsement for the Belt and Road Initiative. And May would like to have really improved Chinese-UK relations, but she also needs the continued support of, for example, President Trump in Washington. And there's a new consensus between the EU and the United States to really pursue a bit of a tougher line towards China, to insist on fairer trade relations, to insist on more market access, to do something about intellectual property rights, and all these kind of things. And May, in a way, has to fall in with that. She probably believes in it as well, but she also has to do so for tactical reasons. She cannot afford to annoy President Trump by, let's say, concluding a memorandum of understanding with China, which Trump may not approve of at this stage. And she also is still dependent on the EU. Just look at the figures. Only 3% of UK exports go to China at the moment, but 43% go to the EU and 19% go to the United States. Of course, she also needs the Chinese market. She knows the Chinese middle class is growing immensely. There will be 500 million Chinese people who can be classified as middle class by 2022, roughly. That is a huge market, and the UK doesn't want to leave that market to Germany or France or to the United States. It actively wants to have a big share of that market. And so she really has to, play it well and nice with the Chinese, but also play it well and nice towards Trump and the EU.
When May meets with Xi on Thursday, what do you expect the headlines will be coming out of that?
I can expect, or we can perhaps expect, some more cooperation in military technology, in cybersecurity, and they will also talk about Hong Kong, I would assume, because May has been pushed at home that she needs to talk about Hong Kong, about what is happening domestically in Hong Kong, which, of course, where the China and the West are at loggerheads, and where the two positions are quite different.